there. So I just hit the bin with my hand. A very smooth professional start, as per usual. So today I'm going to be telling you about my all-time favourite makeup purchases from AliExpress. There will be definitely another one of these videos coming soon because I buy so much from AliExpress. The stuff is actually really good. If you've watched my channel before, you'll know that I do a haul like at least once a week. I mean, I kind of am addicted to AliExpress. But today I thought it might be fun and maybe useful just to kind of round everything up and tell you about the items that I bought that I would just recommend the most. So let's do this. I mean, let's diddly do this. What? No. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a wacky mood today. I had beans on toast and I feel like those beans have done things to me. I mean, she's crazy. Okay, so we're going to start off with eyeshadow palettes, and I recently tested out the Maria Ayora Perfect Chic palette. This was about £3, and as you can see, it's full of colourful pastel shades. There's also a mix of shimmers and mattes. The formula of this palette is really good, especially when you consider the seriously low price. I feel like if you were attracted to this palette and you bought it, you wouldn't be disappointed. I don't think there is anything to be disappointed about here. I do have a video where I kind of test out this palette for the first time, so if I remember, I will link that downstairs. And you can watch that if you're interested. I'm trying to keep the video fairly quick today, so I'm not going to be like doing swatches and everything, but just take my word for it. This is a really brilliant palette, so I definitely recommend this, and you will be seeing a couple of other Maria Ayora products within this haul. Okay, so next we have probably my most favourite AliExpress makeup purchase ever, and it's by FOCALLURE. This is the Week A or Favors Bright Luxe eyeshadow palette. Are you ready for this? Oh my gosh, look at that, guys. This obviously is a bit of a dupe for the Huda Beauty palette. It looks very similar indeed, although it's not kind of claiming to be a dupe. It is definitely a dupe. This is just a beautiful palette. It's got a mix of mattes, shimmers, but these are not your kind of typical shimmers. They're very textured, and I don't know, they really pack like so much punch. I mean, look at that on my hand right now. Seriously pigmented. Like, I can't not swatch this just because it's just so beautiful. I mean, I feel like no one would ever be disappointed with this palette. It's just exquisitely amazing. I have no complaints whatsoever about this palette. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I paid I think about £10 for it, but since I purchased it, it has kind of dropped down in price, and last time I checked it was about £5. I just think it's crazy when, you know, you have like drugstore brands like L'Oreal, Maybelline, Revlon. Their eyeshadows don't have anything on this, and this is like an unknown brand, really. I mean, it's not a huge, especially in the UK. If I went up to someone and said FOCALLURE, she probably, or he would probably turn around and say, "Excuse me, what are you trying to say to me right now? That's so rude." Could you imagine that, right? You're out shopping at Asda or somewhere, just perusing the baked beans, and then you've got me just poking you on the shoulder. FOCALLURE. This is a phenomenal palette. As I say, it definitely is my favourite makeup purchase from AliExpress, and I do not think you would be disappointed if you were to get it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so next I am moving on to kind of like shimmery blushes. These are by the brand 3GS. I believe that 3GS kind of rips off another Korean brand that's quite well known. Please feel free to correct me if I'm mistaken. These were two of the first ever products that I got from AliExpress, and if you just look at the design on the blush, it does look extremely reminiscent of the Clinique Pop of blushes. The reason why I love these are that they are so shimmery and just so like pretty. They just give your cheeks a pop of pink and also a pop of shimmer. I just think these are absolutely beautiful. If I just do a little swatch, can you see that? Look at that. I mean, really, back down blush. This is the other one that I've got. I mean, they do admittedly look very similar. This one is 403 and it's a little bit more peach. This one is 405 and it's a bit more pink. So if I just do a swatch of the pink one, look at that. That's just sexual right there. I mean, it is. It's sexual right there. And look at that. Like, I'm a huge fan of shimmery blushes. I just think you can't go wrong. And these actually remind me a lot of the MAC Mineralized blushes. They're a very similar kind of texture, and they have that kind of, you know, glowy, I don't know, they make your cheeks look kind of sheeny and just super healthy. These are absolutely beautiful. I do actually have a couple more. One of them was just a little bit too it was a bit too coral for me, like goldy coral, and I couldn't really get away with it, unfortunately. And then I think I had another pink one, I can't remember. But anyway, I definitely recommend the 3GS Crimson Shame Blusher. I think that's a typo. I don't think they're meant to be called Crimson Shame. I think they're meant to be Crimson Shade. At least that's what I'm speculating. I could be wrong. They could quite well mean shame. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what's happened. What have you done in your life that's caused you a tremendous amount of shame? I mean, I don't know. But anyway, they're great. Okay, so next we have a cushion blush. This is the first cushion blush that I've ever used, and goddamn, it was brilliant. This is by the brand BIOAQUA. It is in the shade 01. I tried this out for the first time in a video. If you can see there, it's got like the cushion. I find that the best way to apply this is using one of my kind of jelly sponges, because it doesn't soak up as much of the product as your typical kind of beauty sponge would. But oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful product because it is like a liquid. It looks fairly natural on the skin. It kind of looks like, you know, someone's just said something like really embarrassing, like, oh my gosh, when Amwen was 5, she pooped her pants, and then everyone laughs and you're just there like, it just gives your skin a really natural kind of pop of pink flush. Beautiful. I love it. I only have this shade. They do have other shades, but you know, just as the cushion blush situation, I mean, I just really love it. I really love it. Okay, so next we have a BB cream, and again, this one is by Maria Ayora. This is the Matte Effect High Definition Long Lasting BB cream. I have this in the shade, it doesn't say, but I will confirm downstairs what shade it's in. For a BB cream, this has an amazing amount of coverage to it. To me, I would say it's kind of a high coverage kind of product. It makes your skin look really kind of flawless. For me, this is just a really brilliant kind of all-rounder kind of product. It looks good, it feels good, and it's affordable. So, I mean, can you go wrong? I think not. By the way, just to let you know, I do have oily skin, and this is perfect for me. I do have to set it down, but I have to set everything down, even Honey's. He has to be set down. So yeah, this I would really recommend. I mean, really. Okay, so next we have 2 liquid illuminators. I've got one by, again, Maria Ayora, and I've got another one by the brand O2O. The O2O is the Naked High Beam, and this is in the shade Starburst, and the Maria Ayora is the Glow Liquid Illuminator, and this is actually in the shade Golden Peach. And I would definitely say if you've got fair skin like me and you tend to go for like vanilla ivory kind of shades, I think Golden Peach would just be a little bit too peachy for your skin. It's a real shame because I find I can't really get away with this. I do have a video where I tested it out for the first time and I kind of covered my whole face in it, and I was looking extremely kind of bronzed in the video. I kind of wasn't hating it, but it definitely is just a little bit too dark for me. I will do a couple of swatches just so you can get an idea of what they look like. The O2O one in Starburst is, I mean, definitely more of a complementary kind of shade for me. So, okay, so this one is Golden Peach. and this is the Maria Ayora Illuminator Glow. And then this one, oh no, it's not, sorry. Okay, so this one is the Maria Ayora Golden Peach, and then this one is Starburst by O2O. The formula on these two is really, really good. I have the NARS Illuminator in Copacabana, and I also have the MAC Strobe Cream, and I feel like the formula of these two is just as good as NARS and MAC's kind of liquid illuminators. So yeah, I would definitely recommend these two products. You come in a number of different shades as well, so you know, you can pick whichever suits you, or just be like me and go for Golden Peach if you're fair skin and then you're like, oh what, I picked the wrong shade. Seriously. So back to Maria Ayora once again. This is one of her shimmering blushes. This is in the shade 02, and I have just gone and ordered a couple more, but it is an amazing kind of unique formula. It almost feels creamy, like it's super kind of soft. And if I just do a little swatch, it is pretty pigmented. This is just a really beautiful kind of nudie peach shade. It will be really complimentary on fair skin. They do have, again, a number of other shades to choose, but the formula of this is just really, 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 really good. And I would definitely recommend. I don't know why they call it shimmering blush, because it's probably going to be called Shattered Blush now. But yeah, I don't know why they call it Shimmery Blush, because it's definitely not shimmery. I don't know if they got confused between like matte and shimmer, because this is a matte blush. This is really, really good, and I definitely recommend. Another blush that I have is by the brand Nanny. I actually say like specifically what this blush is called. It's just by the brand Nanny Colours, and it's in the shade 05. This is a absolutely gorgeous blush. The shade of it is perfect. It's like a light peachy pink, and oh my gosh, I just feel like this is just, I mean, I could wear this every day and I'll be quite happy with that. And similar to the Maria Ayora blush, it just feels super creamy. It's really tough to kind of explain, but you know, you get some blushes or some powders and they feel kind of powdery and kind of rough. This one feels like creamy. It feels smooth and soft and applies really nicely to the skin. If you're a fan of blushes, I would hugely recommend you go for these two. Absolutely bellissimo, bellissimo, bellissimo. Okay, so on to highlighters, and these are my favorite highlighters from AliExpress. They're by, again, Maria Ayora. I sound like a broken record. This video might as well just be called the Maria Ayora Fabulosity Expose. I mean, really, don't call themselves highlighters. These are illuminators. I've got them in the shade 01 and 03. I have about 4 or 5 different shades, and I have about 4 of those. These are my 2 favorites, and if I could just get it open, I would show you, but for some reason it doesn't want to open. What? Oh, there we go. So this is what they look like in the pan. Not very exciting. You're probably thinking, Amwyn, they do not look very exciting. My pants are still well and firmly on. But look, if I just swatch them. Okay, so this one's 03, this one's 01. I feel like they look a bit powdery because I really went all up in there for some reason. But if I just kind of swatch them on my arm, you can have a good look. I mean, look at that. They're just really beautiful. I've actually got 01 on today. Can you see? Can you see? These cost, I think, about £1.48 each. And I just love them. Now we move on to lip products. And this is a lipstick that I've only just tried in the past week. It's by the brand Miss Rose. It doesn't say like what type of lipstick it is, but it comes in like a square, well, it's rectangle really, a rectangle bullet. This is in the shade Taupe, but I have been so impressed with this specific lipstick. I'm not kind of mentioning it because of the shade. I'm mentioning it because the formula of it is so good. There's Honeys. I mean, Honeys is just taking the boys out. Get ready for a lot of noise, guys. Okay, so this is in the shade Taupe, and I feel like if Max Faux and Max Spirit had a baby, this is what would be produced. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because of the formula. I mean, I love the shade, but The formula is just so creamy. It feels comfortable on the lips. Like a happy medium between a matte and a like, not a gloss, but like it's more like a satin, I would say. It's a beautiful formula of lipstick, and I will definitely be picking up more. And I would really, really recommend this. If you spot it, get it. Get. Pop it in your basket. Say yes. Pop it in the basket. Yes, please. I want some of Miss Rose lipstick today. Okay, and next we have another Miss Rose lipstick. I believe that Miss Rose creates really good lipsticks. Whoever she is a lipstick mastermind. I mean, really. She's in the shade Orchid, and it is slightly different packaging to this one. It's your typical kind of, you know, like MAC packaging, whereas this one's more rectangular. If I can get a bit more detail regarding what the actual name of the line is, I will include that downstairs so you can get exactly what you want, if that makes sense. It's Orchid, and this is kind of like a peachy kind of shade. It's like a deep peachy. It's like a brown peachy, like a terracotta. She can't make her mind up. This formula is definitely more matte than the other one, but again, it's just a really good quality lipstick. And yeah, I just think you would be very happy if you were to pick up either one of those two. I think so. What am I doing? I have no idea. And I'm going to finish off with two liquid lipsticks. One of them is a fake. I mean, a fake. This is a Kat Von D fake, and this is in the shade Berlin. It's a beautiful kind of intense senorita kind of red shade. This is a phenomenal formula. I can't say how it compares to a genuine Kat Von D everlasting liquid lipstick because I don't have any, but this is one of those super like thin liquidy liquid lipstick formulas. It feels weightless on the lips. It lasts for ages. It's opaque. It has a really good opacity to it, and I love it. We have one by Drayon. No, this isn't Drayon, is it? It's Drayon. I get really confused, right? Because if you shop on AliExpress, you will be familiar with Drayon, the lipstick brand. But this one is Drayon. It's got a Y instead of the G. So it's really confusing. But this is in the shade... I don't know what shade this is in, but I will confirm downstairs. I believe it's something like grey. Like they called it grey. Anyway, it describes like what it is, but this is perfection, like perfection. It's my typical kind of shade. It's very nude. It's like a cool toned grey, and mamma mia, it's so good. This is what I thought Posh Spice by Jeffree Star would be, but wasn't. I'm actually wearing Posh Spice by Jeffree Star right now, and if I just show you like the tube, can you see that? So it doesn't look as it looks in the tube. It looks a lot darker. And if you compare these two, I mean, I know the Posh Spice one does look a bit darker, but they're along a similar kind of line. I would definitely say this one, like if you see the swatch, is what I expected Posh Spice to be. This is a really good liquid lipstick. Again, the quality is great, it's affordable, and I love the shade. And they also have loads and loads of other shades as well. So if you're not a fan of that shade, I'm sure you could find one that would make your pants pop off. Okay, so that brings us to the end of my absolute all-time favourite makeup from AliExpress. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will be doing more of these because at the rate that I shop on AliExpress, I could literally do like one a month probably. I mean, really, but these aren't just like my recent favourites. These are my all-time favourites. I've filmed like favourite AliExpress videos in the past, but these are the gang of the most awesome of all. I mean, really. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If I've missed anything out, or if you want any more info about the products, please check downstairs. All of the info will be there that you could ever need, and if it's not, because I'm not very good at the description, please don't hesitate to contact me. And yeah, I hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll be back soon with more.